It seems like every year Call of Duty is telling us that we're going to see the biggest post-content launch stream ever. We're going to see the most amount of DLC we've ever seen, but it looks like this time around they actually might be telling the truth because we have a ton of upcoming content, weapons, maps, remade maps, the new Warzone expansion, a lot of really cool stuff that we're going to be seeing in Black Ops Cold War. I'm going to focus more on Season 2 content, but we will include future seasons as well within this video because there is just an absolute ton of content we're going to be seeing for this game. If we can go for 600 likes on this video, that would be greatly appreciated. Maybe drop a sub if you're new. Appreciate that as well. Let's get started first. Very quickly, Season 2 expected release date is going to be around February 24th. That is when the Season 1 Battle Pass ends. Now, sometimes they do change the dates slightly. We may see it release a couple of days earlier, a couple of days later, but February 24th is that target date. So we're going to be expecting Season 2 and a lot of the content to release around that time. And you have to keep in mind, Modern Warfare did this differently. At the beginning of each season for Modern Warfare, they would tell us what content we're getting at launch and then what content we're getting in the mid-season update. But for Black Ops Cold War, at the beginning of Season 1, that roadmap didn't tell us the mid-season content. It just told us the content that we were getting in the first half of Season 1, and we had to wait until the middle of Season 1 to get some new information about Express coming or Firebase Z. I mean, we didn't know about that content being added to the game. So at the beginning of Season 2, when the Season 2 roadmap is revealed, we won't know the full extent of all the content we're going to be seeing throughout Season 2. So just keep that in mind. But let's go through here the multiplayer maps that we know are coming very soon. There's a lot of stuff to break down. There are some new maps. There are a ton of remade maps as well, and we'll allocate the maps as to what leakers are expecting for Season 2 and then Season 3 and so on and so forth. So the maps here, according to the Long Sensation, his recent leak, and he's talked about this before in the past as well, but he's giving us some more information on some new Black Ops 2 remade multiplayer maps that will be added to the game. We have Slums, Hijacked, and Standoff. Now, these are really iconic maps, some of the best maps from Black Ops 2, and regardless of your opinion on remade maps being brought into Black Ops Cold War, it seems like that's just what's going to happen. We're going to see remade maps throughout the Black Ops Cold War seasons. They might as well bring some good ones back, and I'm definitely not mad seeing these maps brought back to the game. And there are some other maps as well that we have known about from other Treyarch games. Firing Range, Summit, and Jungle were also said by the Long Sensation, again, a credible leaker, will be brought back to the game. These maps were actually brought back to Black Ops 4. There was a whole sort of trailer for it. There was a whole reveal for it. It was a super big deal, and those maps are pretty good maps as well. We've seen those maps so many times. We've seen Firing Range in so many different Call of Duties. I do hope that if they're going to continue to remake and bring back old maps to the game, I hope they go for maps that haven't ever been remade or brought back before. I mean, we've seen Firing Range so many times. Why not bring back a map? You know, the Long Sensation mentions Meltdown from Black Ops 2. A solid map. We've never seen it brought back to a game, and it would be pretty cool for Black Ops Cold War. So hopefully they do prioritize that. And those are some of the remakes we know right now. Those are 6 remakes, but everyone is saying the Long Sensation, MW2 Ghost, Modern Warzone, all of the information is that we're going to get 8+ remakes in Black Ops Cold War. So for now, what is number 7 and what is number 8? You guys can leave your comments down below. What are 2 other remakes you would want to see in Black Ops Cold War? Now, for Season 2 specifically, because this video is about Season 2, MW2 Ghost, another leaker, is saying that out of those remakes we talked about, Firing Range and Summit are most likely to come in Season 2 alongside other new content. And there are other new multiplayer maps that are coming to the game as well. Season 2, we're going to see Apocalypse. There has been leaked gameplay out for this map for a while now. I think it was supposed to come in Season 1 and they scrapped it and delayed it for Season 2. It's a Vietnam type of map. It's kind of a jungle-based map. Going to be pretty cool to see how that plays out in the game. We also have Echelon, which which is some type of rooftop skyscraper map, maybe similar to High Rise, so pretty cool there. We also have a new original Fireteam map that will come most likely at the middle of Season 2, because the new Fireteam map, Sanatorium, came out in the middle of Season 1, so I'm assuming the new Fireteam map will also come out in the middle of Season 2. It's called Dune. It's a desert type of map, so pretty cool there to see how that's going to work. And those are all of the leaked multiplayer maps, the ones that we're going to be seeing very soon. The Season 2 maps are going to be those 3 to 4 maps that we talked about, and then the rest of the remakes, again, Hijacked, Standoff, Slums. We'll probably see those maps scattered out in Season 3, 4, etc. Now, for new Black Ops Cold War Season 2 weapons, we have the Scorpion SMG, the CZ75 pistol, the FAL. Really cool weapons to see in the game. Tom Henderson, the Long Sensation, also gives us some information about a potential new sniper and LMG being added very soon. A lot of people are saying the Dragunov sniper will be added to the game. MW2 Ghost again actually told us that it was supposed to be a launch weapon, but they removed it, and it looks like they kind of just thought, you know what, let's remove it from the game, let's release it as a DLC weapon, which does kind of suck. It kind of means that we do get less launch content, but I don't know for sure. Maybe they just weren't done making the weapon, modeling it. Maybe it just didn't fit in the game, and they had to spend more time, you know, balancing it and fine-tuning it, and then they're gonna release it in Season 2. The LMG, we're not so sure. Maybe the hammer from Black Ops 2, that'd be pretty sick. But again, leave your comments down below. What LMG would you want to see in Season 2? We also have other weapons that were found in the files of the game. The Galil was supposed to be a weapon that we're going to be seeing very soon. There's actually leaked gameplay of the Black Ops Cold War Galil, like the actual original Galil, so maybe we'll get that in Season 2, because if there's leaked gameplay, that means that it's most likely one of the next upcoming weapons that they have in the game for Season 2, because they already have it in the files, they have the model, the leaked gameplay is there, and all they need to do is just release it in the update. So we're probably going to see the Galil in Season 2 as well, which is super, super cool. And let's go through here some score streaks. There aren't too many score streaks that are leaked out. We normally don't see too many new DLC score streaks, but we are going to get the K9 unit slash dogs, whatever they call it in this game. That's going to be a new score streak that we get added to Black Ops Cold War. And that's pretty fitting. That's a normal Treyarch score streak, kill streak that we usually see. So it's going to be pretty cool to see the, you know, new Black Ops Cold War variant that they put on it, or if it's going to be the exact same thing from Black Ops 1, because that's the closest game to Black Ops Cold War. Obviously, Cold War is a sequel of that game, so maybe it'll resemble those K9 units there. Now, the middle of Season 2 will be a very interesting time for Warzone, because Warzone, the new Ural Mountains map, replacing Verdansk, that's expected to release in around March, which is the 1-year anniversary of the original Warzone map releasing. Again, the Warzone map is going to be all of the fire teams Black Ops Cold War brought together. You have to think, all of the fire team maps, if you look at the location, they're all located in the Ural Mountains region. All of those maps will be brought together, giving us the new Warzone experience. There is a lot of stuff with this new Warzone map. It's going to be extremely large. The current Warzone map is 10 by 10 if you look at the grid, but it's only 6 by 7 for playable areas. The new map apparently is around 9 by 9 or 10 by 10 playable, which is super, super large. And you could tell if you play any of the Fireteam maps, they're insanely large. So think about all of those Fireteam maps brought together. That's making for such a large map, and there is some leaked information that this Warzone map is going to hold 250 players, which just shows the sheer size of this map. So it's going to be super cool to see how this plays out here. There's huge blackout vibes that we potentially could see with this new Warzone map. Again, it's based off the Fireteam maps, and a lot of these Fireteam maps have the blackout vibe. Now, there is information that maybe will go over to a new engine for Warzone. I feel like most people who play Warzone like the current Warzone engine. They don't want them to change the engine. Let me know down below, if you play a ton of Warzone, do you want them to change it? I think their first instinct is to not change it, but there is information that they might change it. So we'll have to see what they end up doing, but it's super, super cool to see all this information here about Warzone. It's going to be a really, really big deal. And there's still more to discover for the new Warzone map. Here's an image, a mock-up of a leaked Warzone map that came out. Again, this is not real images here of the new Warzone map. This is a mock-up, so Activision, please don't copyright strike me. This is actually from the Game Revolution. I think someone else made this, so I'm just going to link TGR down below. But pretty much here, you could tell this map is insanely large. Ruka, Ski Slopes, and Sanatorium, these are some of the Fireteam maps here, or the Fireteam locations. Those aren't even the entirety of the Warzone map. You still have so many other locations here. Battery, Glova, Duga, Mines, Chemical Lab, Swamps. This map is going to be so insanely large, and again, these other locations will most likely be other Fireteam map locations. Obviously, there will be some new locations as well made specifically for Warzone, maybe some other locations from the campaign of Black Ops Cold War, but the point is here, this map is going to be super diverse, so many different areas, environments. It's just going to be really, really cool to see how it's all brought together. So that's all of the information here. Now, again, that's expected to release in March, which would be in the middle of Season 2. Now, will we actually get this new map in the middle of Season 2? If they're on schedule, then yes, that will be a part of the mid-season update. But again, if they decide to delay it, then clearly we're not going to get it in the middle of Season 2. Maybe they'll delay it to Season 3, or maybe even later. So, the actual release dates, it's kind of hard to pinpoint that, but the 1-year anniversary of Warzone ends up being in March, which is going to be around the middle of Season 2 of Black Ops Cold War. So, we'll have to see what they actually end up doing here. But that's all the information here for Black Ops Cold War Season 2 and future DLC content. If you did enjoy the video, would appreciate if you do drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Really do appreciate the support, guys. It's been unreal. Leave a comment down below Season 2 if you watched the whole video. It is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream.